Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul with Spheric Reptiles, and I'm coming to you right now to let you know our fall 2023 breeding plans. But before we go on, I think that's very important for us to support US ARC. I got this t-shirt at the Arlington NARBC program, and just to show you that US ARC isn't slacking, and that you can see that it's the newest shirt. It's got the turtle on the back. I really like turtles. Getting right along, I'm gonna get into the breeding plans. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the males first, and I'll show you the females, and I'll tell you who I'm pairing it with. And then that way you can kind of see what we're talking about. But just so you know the baseline, we will not breed a male that's under 700 grams. And of course they can go up, and then our females, we kind of start them off if they're around 1,200 grams, we start pairing them up because we know that we got 4 months for them to eat and get up to weight. And then that way they can increase their appetite, and hopefully they can get to 1,500 grams, 1,600 grams, and then we'll just see what happens. But this is our first season, so it's all, trial and error. And of course, I got lots of mentors that I reach out to. I call on the phone, I email them, I do everything, man, because I just want to know what's going to work. So without anything else, I'm going to get right to it. And I'll start off with our Batman, which you guys have already seen before. But I'll start off with the Batman, and let me see, I got the weights written down. He's 1,435 grams. And you can see that he's already going to 3 females because we've already started the pairings, but you can see how big he is. See his underbelly and everything, but he's about 1,400 grams if I can get him to act right. And you can see right there how pretty he is. And so we're hoping to pass on the spot nose and leopard genes and make some head clowns. With exception, we do have a head clown female. We do have a head clown female that we're pairing him to. Hopefully we can get some Batmans or some spot nose or some leopards or the combinations of them in those. So without anything else, I'm going to put him up and pull out the next male. And comment and like, comment, and subscribe. But more importantly, I'm interested in your comments, because I want to know if I'm talking too fast, if this is information that's relevant. I mean, you guys just really have to let me know, because like I said, I don't know shit. I just know I love reptiles. I know how to care for them, keep them clean, breed them, feed them, all that stuff. So I'm really interested in your comments. So the second guy that we have is a phantom clown. And let's see how much he weighs. Oh, and his name is Casper. Let's see how much he weighs. It's 1,044 grams. And one thing, and he's about to go in the shed, but one thing I want you guys to notice is that it's clean in there, right? So I'm trying to keep my males as clean as possible, and I'll pick him up even though he's in shed. And you can see how, basically he's in shed. You can see how pink he is under the underside. And, that's one of the ways you can tell in shed. And I mean, it's a phantom, so it already would look kind of hypo-like, not quite, but you can tell that it's a lighter appearance because of the shed. But again, he's 1,044 grams, and we're pairing him up with 1 female this year, and I might pair him up with the second, but we'll find out more about that later. So I'm gonna put him back. All right, Casper. And the Batman's name was Bruce Wayne. We call him Bruce. He's a Batman. His name is Bruce Wayne, so I feel like that's an easier way for me to remember. I named this one Casper, and I can barely remember it myself. But like I said, I'm getting old, so excuse me. I'm just getting old, man. Shit, I don't know what else to say. The last male that we got is his name is Ozzy, and he's an orange dream clown, and he weighs 746 grams. And let me get him out. Let's see. All right, so here he is right here. And he'll be being paired up with the Pastel Gravel later on this week, probably on Tuesday. So what I normally do is I normally feed on Fridays when I'm pairing them, and then I let their food digest until Tuesday, and I pair them up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then I can take them out, and then 24 hours later I feed them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him back. It seems like he's kind of pissed that I woke him up, kind of like, man, what's going on? I cleaned out all of the cages to, when was that, yesterday or today? Yesterday. So yesterday night I cleaned out all of the cages and sterilized them down with the hydrogen peroxide and a veterinary cleaner, just to keep everything sanitary, because as I start pairing, I'm really aware of how dirty the bedding is, and I don't want any infections. I don't want anything else to be introduced other than just breeding. So with feeding the mice or the rats, in this case the rats for the breeders, I don't want them to have anything extra added in, so I'm really on top of the sterilization of their cages. Now after breeding season, I'll go back to probably the coconut husk for the bedding, and then I'll just keep it moist and then just go into the normal thing. But during breeding season, I don't want anything foreign or that can cause an infection inside of the cages. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put him up, and I'll start with the females. And the first one I got is Big Mama, and she's just a normal ball python, but she is 3,402 grams. I know that because we just weighed her today. So I'm gonna see if she tags me or not. Like if she bites me, then I just gotta keep it together because I'm on camera. But in all actuality, I'm gonna be a little bit like surprised. Hopefully I don't jump and scream, but we'll see. All right, so this is Big Mama. And let me go ahead and get her out. Come on, Big Mama. Let me turn her around. And you can see she's really big. And I'm gonna start pairing her up for the first time this next Tuesday. But you can see how big she is by the way that I'm holding her. And I'm gonna go ahead and put her back so she doesn't tag me. She's tagged me before, but it was on my shirt. So, you know, that is Big Mama. That's our big normal ball python. And what we're going to do with her is we'll always keep her to make hets. So when we want to start over clean, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and then we'll introduce the male to her, like a super male to her, so that we can get some hets. So if we were to do a desert ghost hypo, then we could get some 100% het desert ghost and 100% het hypo. Man, I'm getting so tongue-tied. And like I said before, the numbers I know, but the words I don't. I always get tripped up over the words. But I'm gonna go ahead and put Big Mama back in. But you know why she's Big Mama? Because she's dang near 3,500 grams. So the next one that I'm getting is a Pastel Huffman, and she is 2,200 grams. And let's see, her name is Lucy. Now, Lynn named her Lucy, I guess after Lucille Ball. I don't know, but let's get a look at Lucy. No, she's shaking her head like yes. And so Lucy has already been bowl wrapping, and we're pairing her up with the Phantom Clown. And you can see how big she is and how wide she is all the way around this section right here. She had a small rat and even a wean rat because I really want to stimulate that follicle development. So I'll pick her up real quick so that you guys can see just how big she is and how far she's gone. So if you've been watching the videos, you already know that she's grown a lot since we picked her up. So I don't know if you can see it, just how big her body girth is, but I'm gonna go ahead and put her back. I'm trying not to disturb them a lot, but I wanted to shoot the video so that people could actually see just how big these snakes are getting. And I got her a little high. This is a bowl I got from the dollar store, and I just cut out a little hole from there. So I'll put that right back there inside so she can crawl back in. But again, like I was saying, when they're developing follicles, you gotta remember, guys, if you do your research, and this is something that I had to find out over the last 3 or 4 months before I started the parents. I was just asking everybody I saw, hey, what is this? What's that? What do you mean? When do we pair? Is there a certain time of the year? Well, if you keep them in an air-conditioned environment, there is no particular time of the year that you can pair them. All you got to do is stimulate them by putting, having some bedding in there and wetting it. And so you see, I cleaned them yesterday, so there's no bedding. But by Tuesday, I'll put some more bedding in so that when she pees or poops, that'll be in there. I'll leave some of that in there, just a little bit, so that her smell is in there, and it'll hopefully entice the males. But when it comes to actually developing follicles, you got to remember, like I was saying before, that they develop at about 10 millimeters per month. So the first month you'll start breeding and pairing, and they'll develop follicles of 10 millimeters. Then the second month they'll be 20, then they'll shoot up to 30, and then maybe 45 to 50. And that's around the 4th month. So she'll be paired up 4 times, once per month, with the Phantom Clown male. And that's how we do all of our females, just in case you're wondering. And so, Lucy, I'm gonna put this lid back on. Don't freak out. So, all right, guys, I'm going to put her up in the next one. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. I ain't going to lie. I mean, this head clown we got, man, when we picked her up, and the guy gave it to me, like I met him at a reptile store, and I'm just giving you the precursor to this monster that we got. I mean, shit. So I'm reaching in the bag into this pillowcase, and the guy is like, I'm inside of my Tacoma, and he's kind of leaning out like, and I don't know what's going on. So, you know, I'm not scared. So I reach my hand in there, grab the snake out. I'm just holding it, but the AC's blowing. The AC's blowing, so she's cooling down. She's chilling, right? She's chilling. Then I go into the reptile store to pick up some rats. And then somebody's like, ooh, that's a big python. Can I pet her? They even pet her. Look, man. Look, that was the craziest thing I could have ever did. I mean, I could have been sued right then and there, but thank God she didn't bite. I got her home that night. Was trying to wear her. Man, don't you know she tagged me 2 times? Twice. And every time I hold on, man. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to have to show you. This shit is crazy. She has such a feeding response.
Backwards.
Oh, my bad. I'm getting so turned around just in thinking about picking her up. That's crazy. But she has such a feeding response that she just goes crazy. I mean, she'll bite anything, man. I mean, anything. And so, I'm going to show you guys what I have to get. I have to get my trusty 18-inch tongs. This is my snake hook. I don't have a snake hook because I feel like I really don't need it. I can use this. This is strong. I can lift with this. So, as I open this up, and what's her name? Is it Medusa? Yeah, her name is Medusa. And Medusa weighs 2,540 grams. So, all right, this is Medusa right here. And I noticed she'll try to bite me, so I'm not going to even mess with her. But if you can get a close-up on her, you can see just how big she is, and she is a normal head clown. I'm not going to try to entice her to strike or anything else, but she's definitely inquisitive towards anything that's focused on her. And right now, it just so happens to be the light from above the camera. So, but this is who we're pairing up with our Batman, Bruce Wayne, and we're hoping to get some Batman clowns, some spot-nosed clowns, and some leopard clowns. And of course, we'll probably get some hets because it's about a 50% chance of getting a visual clown. It's a 50% chance per egg of getting a het. So, okay, Medusa, I'm gonna go ahead and put you up because you look like you're getting ready. And I don't want you ready to strike me. See, that's the behavior I'm talking about. That is when they're gonna strike. And I guarantee you she's getting ready. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up so that I don't get struck again. I got struck last night when I was cleaning and I was looking away. And I know the tubs, you know, we haven't gone to a rack system yet, but these tubs are economical and you can do the job with them. But I definitely see the purpose in a rack system with a snake like Medusa, because I could have just shut the drawer on her and she would have been in there. But, you know, I have to clamp them in, and she thought, you know, thought better and tagged me. So, anyway, guys, I got 2 more to show you for our breeding plans. And our next snake is a Pastel Pi, adult female, and she is, what is she, 2,404 grams. So, and she's kind of docile. You can see that she's all kind of, you know, inside of her little hide. And again, these bows make good security measures for you as well. But I'll go ahead and pick her up. And you can see just how chunky she is around her body. You can see how she was paired up last week with the Batman as well. That way we can make some double head clown pies. And then we could also end up with spot nose and leopard or just spot nose in that. So you can see just how big she is at 2,400 grams. She's got a nice body thickness. You can't see any of the spine. She's nice and solid. So of course, I've shown her before. I don't want to handle her too much more because she just finished eating. She finished eating on Friday. And as I'm waking them all up, I know it's not good for them, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly what we got going on and the sizes that we're dealing with. And so, all right, I'll put her up. And we have yet to name her. I don't know what we're going to name her. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Hey, comment and let me know what her name should be, and then that's what it'll be. I'm really waiting on that. I've been asking you guys to do it, and I haven't got a response yet. So either you're not listening, or you're drinking like I'm normally doing when I'm shooting the videos, or you just don't care to comment. Either way, I need you. So, all right, so now I'm going to a smaller one. Now this was the first snake that we bought when we started back keeping the reptiles. So let's see, this is a lesser Bongo, and her name is Jess, and she weighs 1,400 grams. So she was a little bit underweight when we started pairing her up with the Batman, but I really want some Bongo leopard head clowns, and you can see just how tame she is. And you can see the difference in the body girth, but she's put on, guys, let me tell you, she's put on over 150 grams in the last month just from the pairings, because now instead of us feeding her a weaned rat, she'll eat a medium rat or a small rat easily. She'll just take them. So this is Jess, and you can see just how pretty she is. I really like the lesser Bongo, but I would like to make a lesser clown eventually, or a Bongo clown, or a lesser Bongo clown. But then we also got the spot nose and the leopard involved in the mix. So that's what we got. And let me put her back. Sit her down gently. Put her lid on top. They're all trying to just jump out of there. Stop trying to jump out of there, Jess. Come back. Come back. I mean, we got, see, look, show this, baby. We got the snake tree. And even when I put them on the snake tree, if I put them on there, right after I put them on there and I try to put them back in here, it's like they want to get right back on the snake tree. But this is definitely good for the enrichment. You can put them at the top, and then they just kind of work their way down. And by the time they work their way down, you're done cleaning or whatever you want to do, then you can hold them for a little bit and put them back in the cage. And then I think that it really entices them to eat, but I could be wrong. I could be. I mean, this is all experimentation though. So let's do the last snake that we have. Again, if you like this kind of video of seeing all of our stuff, I know we don't have a podcast yet. You know, I haven't been on a podcast, but if you like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe, because that way I know exactly where we're heading, and if this is something that people like, I want to continue to put out things that people like. So the last one that we have is a Pastel Gravel, and with her, I knew that she had the age, but she didn't have the weight, and she's 1,208 grams. But with this Pastel Gravel, and she's been genetically tested from Rare Genetics Incorporated, so we know that she's not yellow belly, she's not spark, she is a gravel, but she's a pastel. And what we're doing is we're pairing her up with the Orange Dream Clown, so that hopefully we can get some Orange Dream gravel head clowns, or just some gravel head clowns, or even Orange Dream head clowns. But you can see how small she is. So if we went from the other snakes to the last two, you can see how small she is, even at 1,200 grams. But she wasn't eating as well as I wanted her to, so I felt like in pairing her up, then at least I could increase her appetite and get her through that phase of not wanting to eat. And sure enough, she's a mouser, so I have to feed her 3 to 4 mice every week. But you can see just how big she is, and you can see how pretty she is. I don't know if you guys have seen gravel a lot, but it's kind of like yellow belly and how the flaming comes up through the sides, but it's a little bit darker on the top. But in order to tell the difference in this or asphalt, you really got to get them genetic tested. I mean, so that's what we got here. And what's her name? I know she got a name. Ginger. So this is another name that Lynn named, you know, off of Gilligan's Island. Many of y'all have not even seen Gilligan's Island. So that's what we got here is Ginger, our Pastel Gravel. I guess that makes sense, a gravel ginger. So I'm gonna put her up. If I can get her off of my arm. All right, Ginger, go back to sleep. I guess that's what snakes do when you're not messing with them, is they sleep. Seems like I'm always waking them up. Make sure I'm putting the right side in this time. So guys, those are our breeding plans. And again, I think I told you with Big Mama, we still don't know, because she did breed earlier this year in March. So I'm just trying to make sure that she's got the body girth. It's not necessarily the weight, but it's the body girth and the feel. And right now, I think she's ready for this month. So we need to decide on whether we're going to pair her up with one of the clowns, or we also have a Pastel Pi python that we could pair her up with to make some head pies. So you know, we just any y'all should let us know what do you think that we should pair up with? Do you think it should be the Batman? Do you think it should be the Phantom, the Orange Dream Clown, or the Pastel Piebald? So guys, if nothing else, as always, like I always say, thank you for watching this video. Enjoy your time with your reptiles and enjoy your time with your family, and I'll talk to you later.